What's up, Cinemaniacs? We're here with CineBrief number... I don't even know what number this is. We haven't done it in such a long time. Is it 7? I think it's 7. I think you're right. I think it's 7. So this is CineBrief number 7, and what CineBrief is a shorter version of our CineTalk show. Our CineTalk show is where we talk about movie news, movie trailers, movie rumors, all that kind of stuff. But in the CineBrief, we condense it, we make it smaller, we talk about the topics a little bit less for the most part, and but we're able to provide the news still and all the stuff that's going on movie related. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Shane.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Good. You're waiting for some wood, right?
Yes, I have some lumber coming.
Oh, lumber. All right. That's totally different.
Building a deck around our pool.
That's awesome.
Yes, very exciting.
Are you going to do it yourself?
Well, not me, my brother-in-law, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Handyman?
Yes.
Very handy.
Handy Frank.
Yes.
Frank
was actually in one of our pictures recently.
Yes, he was.
He went to the Batman vs. Superman showing the last Thursday. We are going to be doing a spoiler-filled talk a little bit later today, so we're going to be doing that soon.
Yes.
But just not right now. We're not going to be talking about Batman vs. Superman at all in this, so I'm sure 90% of you have just tuned out. But anyway, we're going to be doing a spoiler-filled Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice talk. It might not come out today, maybe tomorrow, but this CineBrief should come out. It is Wednesday. Right now, it's Wednesday. It should come out later this afternoon on both platforms, the YouTube channel and the podcast. Subscribe to our channel. This way you can always find us there, because I usually post a link or something along the lines for the podcast, which is the audio-only version as well. So, all right, let's get into this bad boy. First topic of the day is some trailers. We're gonna dive into some trailers that just recently came out. Give you like how excited we are, maybe what platform we're gonna watch them on. So, first trailer up was the Lego Batman movie teaser trailer number 2. So we get Will Arnett doing his awesome Batman voice and all things Lego, which is also sweet. This second trailer, the second teaser that came out, it's more of a movie clip. It's not so much a teaser, because they kind of give him a little intro and then they go into what is kind of a decent-sized clip of him, his interaction with his Alfred, and a different take than you got from Batman vs. Superman. This is more traditional Alfred than anything else, more of a butler than anything, so far as what we've seen. But when I saw this trailer, I thought it was extremely funny. I cannot wait for this movie to come out. I'm so looking forward to seeing it on the big screen, like opening weekend. If I can get a screener, amazing. If I can't, so be it, but I will see it on that Thursday night, because this movie looks like it's going to be hilarious, because Batman was the best part of the Lego movie, in my opinion. He was the best part. He stole the show, and I can't wait to see. Just like in Batman vs. Superman, when I walked away from Batman vs. Superman, I immediately just wanted a Batman solo pick because of how good of a job Ben Affleck did. There I go, talking about Batman vs. Superman. There, 90% of those viewers are coming back in.
No, they're already gone. They're not coming.
Quick, I gotta tweet it out. We're back with Batman vs. Superman. But yeah, so I watched this trailer, and you are getting a very similar style Batman from the Lego movie, and it's just going to be more extended, a bigger, I don't know, it's probably going to be a 90-minute movie, and holy cow, does he look incredibly, I want to say a Lego-looking badass, but more acting like a badass than actually being a badass, which I love. So I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait to see it. What about you? I'm gonna see this as soon as possible.
I will see it. Oh my god. Here's the amazing part about this trailer. And I'm trying not to overreact too much to it, but seriously, this could be like one of the best movie trailers I've ever seen. And here's the thing I loved about it. Anytime there has either been like an animated movie that comes out, or in this case, like a Lego movie. I remember when the Lego movie came out a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. First thing I generally always think of is, I can't wait to take the kids to see this.
Right.
This, I was like, screw my kids. I can't wait to see. Like, I don't even care if they don't want to go to this because I'm going regardless.
Right.
I mean, this trailer was it was so great. It was funny because like last week I had started. We did our post Batman versus Superman video right after the movie.
Yep.
And I ranked my Batmen, and I did 1 Keaton, 2 Affleck, 3 Bale, and then I think I threw Arnett in as the 4th. I'm actually going to move Arnett up to 3, just based on this trailer alone.
Wow.
Because in hindsight, I've started to dislike Bale because of his over-the-top, why are you trying to kill me?
Where are they? Where is she?
He's too much. He's still better than Clooney and Kilmer, but I'm not. But Arnett is so great because he's purposely trying to be over the top.
Right.
Whereas Christian Bale was trying to be serious.
Yeah, this is a comedy. That wasn't a comedy. Yeah.
But you get the feeling too that like Will Arnett loves doing this.
Yeah.
Like he must love doing this. And I'll tell you, if he is remembered as Lego Batman, I'm sorry, but that's a great legacy as far as I'm concerned. But the other thing that's really good about this trailer is the timing. Timing's everything, right? Yeah. So Batman, Superman just opened up, and then you've got these 2 trailers dropping within a week of that opening. Perfect timing. People are in the Batman mode, So everything about it was great, from the timing to the execution, the interaction with Alfred, him looking at the portrait of his parents, and then he's like, Alfred's like, do you want to talk about it? And he's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. He's like, no. Oh yeah, he's doing Batman too, and I like how they did like the little cut-ins to previous Batman movies. Yeah, and even the Adam West one, even the
Batfleck.
The Batfleck was great. That trailer was perfect. It was perfect. Totally makes me want to see the movie, and I don't care if my kids want to go or not. They will. I know they will.
Right. All right. And the next trailer up is War Dogs, and that is a true story of 2 young men, David Pacuz, I guess, and Ephraim DeVeroli, who won a $300 million contract from the Pentagon to arm America's allies in Afghanistan. So essentially to kind of be gun runners.
Yes.
And this trailer had a little bit of that feeling that you got when you watched Wolf of Wall Street, because you have you have that Wolf of Wall Street kind of vibe to it, because it's obviously a very serious story. Yeah. But with a lot of comedic tones to it. And this seems like it's going even more over the top with the comedy. Like almost mixing a serious movie with like 22 Jump Street kind of. Like they are 2 characters that are going in here, and they are just creating laughs a minute by their attitudes and their kind of over the top, not campy so much, but just they really take that comedy to another level. And with Jonah Hill and obviously Miles Teller, because if anybody has seen the Divergent series movies that have come out, you have Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, all of those movies, Miles Teller, and even in The Awkward Moment, and Two Night Stand, all these movies that he's been in, he's obviously got very good comedic timing. And putting him with Jonah Hill is great. The problem is that in the trailer, I didn't see great chemistry between the 2 of them. This seems to be really focused more on Jonah Hill than Miles Teller's character. So I'm a little nervous that the movie's not going to be that great. It's going to be kind of, I want to say poorly received because of the style that it's been taken, and they're not really going into too much. But I'm nervous about the movie, although I am still excited to see it. If I'm going to see this, it would probably be within the first couple weeks. I would take my time to see it, and I'm not going to rush out, because I'm sure there's going to be other movies that I'd rather see again or for the second time. What about you?
You stole my thunder a little bit there. I'm not incredibly excited to see this. I am excited that Jonah Hill has gotten himself nice and plump again. He's looking like his old self again. I was so worried about him when he lost all that weight. I was like, oh man, he looks.
You were worried about him when he lost the weight?
Yeah, he looked all deflated. It just wasn't right. It would have been like a thin Chris Farley running around. I am worried about the execution of this movie.
Okay.
like you. I have a bad feeling it's going to miss the mark. The story, I actually like that they're making this is based on a true story. I like that they're making this into a movie.
Right.
I'm with you though. It seemed like, so like, I'm glad you brought up 21 and 22 Jump Street, because if you watch those movies and you see the chemistry between like Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum is great. Now, maybe it's hard to get that from a trailer, but I'm with you. It almost seemed like Miles Teller and Jonah Hill were like, you needed them to be like one, and they were just like two separate
characters, yeah.
And they were interacting with each other, but not in a way that portrayed any sort of great chemistry. So I'm with you there. And I am with you on that. I'm a little bit afraid it's going to miss the mark. And I wonder, too, like, which way is this movie leaning? Is it more comedy? Is it more drama? Where are the scales being tipped?
Right.
Is it a split? So is it like a dramedy?
It seems like it's going to be more of a comedy.
You're right. I feel like it's going to be, and I almost wonder if, based on the background of the story, I wonder if it shouldn't be that. Like,
right.
should this have been more of a serious movie? Now, if it was, you wouldn't have cast these two guys.
No.
But,
well, man, I mean, Jonah Hill has proven that he can do it all.
No, you're right.
And Miles Teller is a very good actor too.
Yeah, and I'm not arguing the acting chops, but I just think when you throw these two guys together like this, I don't know that it would have been. It would have. I don't know. So it's. I hate to stereotype Jonah Hill, but it's hard. It's hard for me to take him serious, even though I know he plays serious roles very well.
Yeah.
It's just tough. In closing, I don't have high hopes for this movie.
Right.
I'm with you. Like, if there's a screener, I'll see it. I don't know that I would. If I didn't get a screener, though, I'm not sure I'd go.
Yeah. You don't think you'd see it at all in the movie, huh?
If I get a screener, I'll go. If not, I don't know.
Maybe I'll drag you out.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, we're going to go from one true story to another. We're going past the trailers now, and we're diving into some movie news that just dropped. And one other story that just came out that's also based off a true story is Room helmer Lenny Abrahamson to direct adaptation of The Grand Escape. And this is based on a true story of 3 Daredevil World War I pilots being held in Germany's most infamous POW prison. The story chronicles WWI's WW1 greatest mass prisonscape and the pilot's subsequent flight to freedom. Now this movie really piques my interest. For one, I still have yet to see Room with Brie Larson. I haven't seen Frank. I haven't seen any of these movies that Lenny Abrahamson has directed.
You just saw Frank last week.
Did you? Oh, Frank. No, I haven't seen the movie Frank.
Frank's gonna love that he's getting these shout outs.
Yeah. So I haven't seen the movie Frank, but they've both been pretty well received. And I really, first of all, prison escape movies, even the Escape with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't a great movie, but I sat through that thing and I enjoyed it. And then you have movies like, even that were based on a prison escape, which was in The Rock. The Rock with how Sean Connery's character had broken away from, I think it was like Alcatraz or something like that. He's like one of the only people to do that and survive. And then you also, like you just said, Shawshank Redemption, which is one of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah. So, and that movie is just so well done. And I have a feeling we're going to get more of that tone. We're going to get kind of the Shawshank Redemption style of tone. It's going to be a darker movie. This guy is obviously proven he can deal in tight quarters, because the movie Room, from what I understand, is Brie Larson mostly in a room. So this is one of those movies that I am very, very intrigued to see. It's not one of those that I would rush out to go see, but after I get a trailer, that could really set the tone for me being to see that opening night. Now, I know you are a big history fan, especially like, I know this isn't necessarily your favorite war.
No. I'm a Revolutionary War guy.
Yeah, but this has to pique your interest.
Oh, without a doubt. I am most looking. First of all, excited about the director.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's a great call. So automatically that gives you some pretty high hopes.
Yep.
For a quality film. I'm really interested to see who they're going to cast here. That in addition to a trailer is going to really set
three characters. You need to have great chemistry.
Yeah, and war movies, as intriguing as we may find them, can also be a tough sell because you're trying to sell history, and we are in this movie era now where everything is built around comic book heroes.
Yeah.
Like it seems like almost every other movie we're talking about is in some way tied to a comic book.
Or it's a remake.
Right? We're running out of original ideas. So
I disagree with that sentiment, and I have said that over and over again. But go on.
So you're trying to retell history, and World War I, you're going back. So this is just like right there. You're almost behind the eight ball a little bit, in a sense. So I think it's good. It's a good start that you have a strong director. The story is very, very interesting, and that should bring people out. Now you've got to really tie it all together with the right actors and actresses. You've got to. That's going to be the thing that ties this all together. Because on the surface, I like what I see and hear so far. The story is really cool. It's a true story, so you kind of have to like that. But the actors and actresses are going to be what pulls it together, and that's what's going to be ultimately what gets people out to it, I think.
See, the good thing about World War One is that there are not a lot of movies out there.
No, it's mostly World War II.
Yeah, and because that's just the best war in most people's minds. But I think the other fascinating thing is that you said that a lot like war movies could be kind of a tough sell now. Now I say that's kind of true, but it's also when you make a good war movie, you get a lot of fan support because you just have American Sniper that just recently came out and killed the box. That's a kind of a bad pun, but they killed the box office. You obviously have movies like Saving Private Ryan, which came out about 20 years ago or so, but that was that is a phenomenal movie and got a lot of support. So I think if you make a good war movie, and especially with a prison escape based on a true story, people are gonna think of when they think of this movie, they're gonna be like, oh, this could be really dark. This is gonna be like something like Saving Private Ryan kind of dark, and then like they're also gonna be thinking like, but it's a prison escape, so it could have like Shawshank Redemption. People could get really, really excited about this, and then attaching a director who just got nominated for Best Director.
It sounds good.
That's a
surface.
The triple trifecta. That's a good one. That's a good.
And I expect there to be a good mix of drama and action in it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, and there's going to be a lot of high tension moments.
High tension.
So,
yes.
I mean, because like in Shawshank, you had a lot of great chemistry with a lot of different characters based around Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, and things of that nature. So this movie itself, if they cast the right cast and they actually have good chemistry, this could be one of the elite movies that we get.
All the elements are there. They're all there.
Yep.
It's now you've got to tie it together with the right actors and actresses.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one, and we're going to talk about this very briefly, so that we can kind of expand on our talks for the third topic and the third and last topic that we're going to be talking about. Kristen Wiig, who I think she's gorgeous. I think she's very attractive, and her humor. Like, her sense of humor makes her even more attractive. Yep. And I feel like she gets very overlooked when it comes to, like, attractive women in Hollywood. I don't know why, but it does. I feel like I need to point that out.
Humor that does that, too.
Because it definitely takes her to another level.
It does, but it attaches, like, the goofy label to her a little bit, too. And right. I think people think, like, oh, well, so she's kind of goofy. She's cute, but she's goofy, So right. She is attractive.
So Kristen Wiig is replacing Reese Witherspoon in Alexander Payne's Downsizing. Seems like we're going to be getting Matt Damon, Christopher Waltz, Jason Sudekis. Also, what's that?
Matt Damon. Just every time I hear the name.
And so Kristen Wiig is in talks to star in Alexander Payne's Downsizing opposite Matt Damon. The film follows an Omaha man who joins the throngs of people undergoing a new process that reduces people to a tiny fraction of their size, allowing them to live in one of the many miniature communities that are sprouting up around the world. Now, this could be really cool. This could be really cool, but man, are you going to have to go into this movie with like just a totally open mind? Like, because just the thought of this, I mean, we're getting movies like Ant-Man, and you have like the Atom, which is in Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow and all that kind of stuff. You're getting these characters who can shrink down to very small sizes, but that is in the superhero realm. So you already have you already have an open mind to going in.
Right.
This is like science fiction kind of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like, are they going to go more comedic? You'd think with the talent they have here, because you have Matt Damon, who has proven that he can do comedy. You have Jason Sudeikis, who is a comedic genius, in my opinion. I think he is such an underrated actor, and on top of that, he is like so funny. Christoph Waltz, he can do comedy. He can obviously do drama. So this could be a very fun movie. And Kristen Wiig is obviously, she can do both as well. I am really the more I'm talking about this, the more excited I'm actually getting for it, because this seems like it could be a very interesting movie, and really, especially opening my mind to like the fact of a time where maybe we actually get to the point where we can shrink ourselves and possibly, fit into this world a little better, because we're obviously very overpopulated. I wonder if this is going to be kind of the talks about it. I don't know, but there's a lot of interesting stuff about this that could be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's like 3 movies that kind of come to mind here when I heard about this. From an acting perspective, great, slam dunk. You've got some big names, a lot of talent. That's a good start. I think of you mentioned One Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
And then for some reason, like Pleasantville and Truman Show kind of are popping into my head. Just because I think it's like sort of that community aspect.
Yeah.
And you're putting them all into this sort of this world here, and you're combining like multiple elements. Yeah, I agree with you. This is the story might be a tough sell.
It could be.
The good news is, it's a very interesting story. It certainly seems original. Mm-hmm. I'm worried about kind of like what you said. There's not necessarily a built-in audience here. Mm-hmm. So yes, you have to go into it with an open mind. I think one of the important things for this movie is going to be timing.
Yeah.
When is it coming out? Is it coming out at a time when you're not competing with anything really big? Although it seems like these days that's hard to do.
Yeah.
But maybe this needs to be like a tweener between like spring and summer, where maybe you don't have a lot going on, or maybe like a fall thing. Timing will be important, because I think if there are not a lot of great alternatives, this may be a movie that you might want to see going in, like you said, with that open mind.
Yeah, it's looking to come out on Christmas in 2017.
Okay, I mean, that actually might be all right too. 2017, so there's going to be a Star Wars thing going on there, right?
No, most likely around that time. That's great. That's very good counter programming, though.
To quote Batfleck, oh shit.
All right, we're going to move on to the next topic. And the next one and the last one, which we're going to give our last 4 or 5 minutes in, and that is Kingsman, the Secret Service sequel gets title. And I'm going to go into this.
Golden Circle.
Follow up to last year's hit spy thriller due out in 2017 has signed up Halle Berry, Julianne Moore, and has given us its title. And the title is The Golden Circle. Kingsman, the Golden Circle. And I have a little quote here that I do want to say, kind of Matthew Vaughn's take. I didn't know if I wanted to direct this or not. I was worried about the villain. Spy films are only as good as their villains. And the one morning I woke up with the whole storyline in place and a new villain plot. And then it goes in to say that though while I expected plot details haven't been revealed, the Golden Circle is expected to see Egerton's Eggsy travel and to visit his U.S. spy counterparts, the Statesman, run by Halle Berry, and to take on Moore's villain, Poppy. Among the scenes mentioned by Vaughn is one which the heroes are attacked by a massive effing Frankfurter. He didn't say effing, but you understand what I'm saying. So this film is slated for a release in summer of next year, June 16th. the problem that I have with this whole thing is that I do enjoy Matthew Vaughn as a director. He's done some good stuff with Kick-Ass. He did stuff with the first one. I didn't really care for the First Class X-Men movie, which he also directed, but his directorial is kind of can get campy at times. Obviously, we've seen some campiness with the action sequences in this movie, and even with Sam Jackson's villain, who was a great villain. Yes, just a little on the campy side. Yeah. I do not like the sounds of a massing effing Frankfurter. It seems like it's taking the campiness level to another realm, which the thing I liked about this was that it was kind of believable. Like just the action and the fighting and all that kind of stuff. And then on top of that, mixed with the kind of the undertones of, you know, what the ramifications are and everything with Mark Strong's character, Colin Firth's character, Eggsy. And this really brought Eggsy into the world. And now you have Halle Berry and Julianne Moore. I feel like you can do more than that. And this, all I can picture is like Austin Powers, kind of like when they're getting to a giant Frankfurter that's going to attack them. I don't understand how that can be. I don't know. I'm sure it'll play out better when I see it, but what are your thoughts?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure that it will play out better when you see it. It really may not. First thing that popped into my mind was Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I have concerns about this movie. Mm-hmm. It has a lot to follow up on. The first movie was really good. You've lost two really core characters from the first one in Firth and Michael Caine. I'm not a huge Halle Berry fan. Julianne Moore, on the other hand, I'm partially in love with. So,
are you really?
Oh yeah. Okay. And I believe she will make a great villain. Yeah, I gotta be honest. The Frankfurter thing is a real
kick in the Frankfurter.
You know, maybe it's too early. Maybe it's just too early to judge this. All we have is a title.
Yeah.
It probably would have been in Vaughn's best interest not to drop a Frankfurter reference.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is it's not quoted. It's not quoted in his talk. It's just saying this is what one of the scenes were mentioned by Vaughn in this interview that he did.
Do you think he's trolling people? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing here. I feel like this is going to be a tough act to follow. The first Kingsman was really good.
And it was a sleeper hit. I mean, it really was. I mean, I had high hopes for it, especially seeing the trailer, but it really destroyed the box office. It did such a good job. And the opening scene in that movie is spectacular.
Here's going to be the big problem with this movie. What's the young man's name there? Egerton?
Taron Egerton, yeah.
Taron Egerton. If he's going to be expected to carry this movie, it's going to be tough. Colin Firth is, let's be honest, he legitimately may be one of the 10 best actors on the planet.
Yeah. And he was the best part. And although I loved Taron Egerton in that movie, I really loved him. And I love Sam Jackson. I loved Mark Strong. But the person that everybody loved in that movie was Colin Firth and the way that he held himself as an action star. Coming up in just a few seconds, you will get some spoilers from Star Wars The Force Awakens and Kingsman. So if you have not seen those movies, I urge you to pause and listen later or fast forward.
When he was killed, I actually
alert!
I had a worse reaction to that than when they killed Han Solo.
Spoiler alert! 2
spoiler alerts in one. And if you haven't seen either of these movies at this point, it's on you, not me.
All right.
No, but seriously, I actually had like a no, they killed him. Why?
Yeah.
Kind of reaction to that, and because he was so great, and it's going to be so hard to follow that up. First of all, the story, it's going to be hard enough to follow up the story. The story was good. You lost the best part of the franchise, which was Colin Firth. To me, he should have, and maybe they're kicking themselves over that. You know, maybe they didn't realize what they had there.
There was talks that they were going to try and bring him back. Yeah.
He got shot in the head, right? I mean,
you don't know. I mean, Kingsman obviously takes liberties in certain, areas.
Well,
so.
If there's going to be a giant Frankfurter terrorizing America, yeah, I mean, that sounds like a liberty that you're taking. Here's the other question: what brand of Frankfurter?
Probably Oscar Mayer.
Oh, if I'm going Nathan's there.
Yeah, not Hebrew National.
Ooh, that's a good call. Hebrew National's good. It's a good hot dog. They're very beefy. and moist.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're going to attack America, it better be beefy and moist. All right, so
Kingsman, the Golden Circle.
So we're both kind of a little worried, just a little worried with what they said. Vaughn mentioned
concerns. It's gonna be tough. It's just gonna be tough to follow that movie up.
But I'm looking forward to the sequel, though.
I have low expectations, so maybe that'll help.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much it here for us at our CineBrief number 7.
Yeah,
7.
We're
7. 7. For friends, people that love Friends will get that reference. 7. Actually, she just goes. You'll get that reference if you are a Friends fan. So anyway, we were going to be signing off. Do you want to let people know where they can find you on the Twitter? Go ahead.
Where should I start? How about Instagram this time? I always start off with Facebook or Twitter. So on Instagram at BKC8377. Mm-hmm. Twitter at _Bry_man.
Mm-hmm.
And on Facebook at facebook.com/HollywoodBrian.
Hollywood Brian.
Oh, and I just want to say happy WrestleMania week, everybody.
Is WrestleMania this weekend?
It's this Sunday.
Wow.
Although it's the most underwhelming card I've ever seen, and I've never been less excited for a WrestleMania, which sucks because this WrestleMania is going to reset the all-time indoor attendance record because it's at AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
Really?
Which would break the previous record from WrestleMania 3. So
WrestleMania 3. Talk about the original WrestleManias. Those are some of the greatest.
That actually may be the greatest because you had Hogan Andre,
mm-hmm.
but you also had in my opinion, the greatest match in the history of professional wrestling, which was Randy Savage against Ricky Steamboat for the Intercontinental title. Earlier in the show. And that not only stole the show, but like I said, is widely considered to be... I bet the consensus would be that is the greatest match ever. And I would agree. I think it is the greatest match ever.
Interesting.
So happy WrestleMania week, everybody.
Yeah, happy WrestleMania. I mean, we got a lot of wrestlers that are in the movie world.
What's that?
We have a lot of wrestlers that are in the movie world.
Yes, John Cena is making his way in. We know The Rock has already established himself, so...
Mm-hmm. I mean...
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was the originator. He was out there. He was doing stuff.
Immortal Hulk Hogan.
I can't say he did it well.
No
holds barred.
And he did Suburban Commando with Christopher Lloyd.
Was it the Three Ninjas he did?
The Three Ninjas, yeah. Oh man, those were bad.
Those are so awesome. Stop saying bad.
And then there was Santa with muscles.
Yes. I expect my Santa to have muscles.
Yeah, he's had some doozies.
And he was also in talks to be in an Expendables movie. So
I think that's still happening.
That would be great if they could get that done.
That's perfect for him. That's perfect for him.
All right, so we're gonna sign off. You can find me everywhere at the Cinebros. That's Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Facebook.com/the Cinebros.
YouTube at the Movie House Maniacs.
And YouTube.com/the Movie House Maniacs. Subscribe. Do it.
Like our videos.
I even like the likes. The likes make me feel good about myself in the morning when I check them.
I've already told you, my whole life revolves around how people perceive me on social media. It's a real downer if somebody has like a negative comment. It just sticks with me.
But you also get a good kick out of people unfriending you.
I do. I really like that. It's a horrible trait. It tells you a lot about me. I kind of sort of like thrive on it.
You're very conflicted.
I've tried desperately with Patriot fans. They don't bite anymore. They know what I'm doing. They're onto my act. It's like Jim Carrey and the Liar Liar outtakes. They're onto me.
You gotta get a new act.
I gotta come at it from a different angle.
Okay.
What I've tried to do recently is to try and get under their skin is to do like support A-Rod as much as I can.
Yeah.
And it's fake obviously, but I don't know. I am really starting to like A-Rod again. He's kind of saying all the right things and doing all the right things. I know you hate him. You walk away, but that's the difference between you and me. You're frankly a better person than I am.
All right, well, we will be signing off. We thank you very much for watching the show. Like I said, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that kind of stuff. We really appreciate it, and we do try and interact back with you guys. So thank you very much. Go to the movies this weekend, because Batman vs. Superman, we need it to not finish below 65% drop. So go see it again. There's a lot of nuggets in there. We're going to start doing our spoiler edition very soon for Batman v Superman. I'm going to make people nauseous. It's like Hardcore Henry.
Throw up.
Peace!
If you watch the show on YouTube, please click that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.